So we've been getting a lot of comments and requests about our thoughts of Stefon Diggs' interview on Sunday NFL Countdown. Now, always have to preface, I love Stefon Diggs, Minneapolis Miracle. See it right behind me. It's always going to have a very special moment and special place in my heart. Happy to see him doing big things in Buffalo. But there's always a but, right? Every time we talk about Stefon Diggs, even if it's in the context of, hey, he talked about us first, or hey, it was part of the Justin Jefferson trade, Buffalo Bills fans, like, they go nuts. They get all up in their feeling. They get on their 28.8K modems and they're just like, why are you so obsessed with us? Living rent-free in your head. Ah. Please. When your former star wide receiver does a full feature on ESPN and ESPN cover story, which is apparently now in the place of the failed ESPN the magazine, congratulations, it would be weird not to talk about it. Don't you think? Just a little bit. Oh, so yeah, go back to your igloos, you Western New York bootleg Canadians. Oh, by the way, I love that you thump your chest over chicken wings. I love them. Respect, but also congrats on figuring out that deep fried chicken with hot sauce in butter and blue cheese dressing is good. Yeah, way to thump your chest over that one. Really cracked the Zodiac cipher there. So yeah, and no one was ever going to figure that out, but I digress. So the Diggs interview was a video piece called ESPN Cover Story, like we mentioned, and it appeared on Sunday NFL Countdown. It came out in full this week. Now, I saw it Sunday, just a little piece of it, but wanted to take a few days and gather thoughts and not respond in anger and not go off half-cocked, which Diggs certainly did in this interview. So, I mean, whoever put together this video and interview, they're absolute garbage. Like, this is exhibit A of why sports journalism is dying a quick and ugly death. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. Instead of focusing on Stefon Diggs' success with the Bills, it's 100% a backhanded hatchet job on the Vikings. It's vitriolic. It's sycophantic. It's just it's a laughable fluff piece. I mean, state-sponsored propaganda doesn't simp this hard for dictators. I mean, my God. I mean, go check it out if you haven't had a chance. I mean, it lionizes Diggs and makes him a hero of his own story, which everyone is, and tries to paint his behavior as courageous. The Vikings are the obtuse a-holes. They're like the old man from Footloose, no dancing allowed, and Diggs just had to fight my way out of town. I don't know what it is. I mean, this team, they took a chance on me in the 5th round when no one else drafted me, and they gave me a 5-year, $72 million deal. How dare they? How dare they? But Diggs, I mean, he is the driver of the angle of this story. Like, he doesn't have to talk about the Vikings. I mean, the interview didn't bait him. This isn't Frost Nixon. I mean, this guy isn't going to win a Pulitzer anytime soon. I don't even know what his name is. But 14 just said, hey, love my time in Minnesota. Still have a lot of love for my teammates. Adam Thielen and I will always be friends until the day I die. But I'm happy where I'm at. Also, I'm happy to see them doing well with Justin Jefferson. Wish you the best of luck, young blood. He could have taken the high road and poof. There's no story. There's nothing there. Maybe they have to talk about the Bills. What a shock for a change, right? But instead, no. He's still trying to play the victim and do all this revisionist history about his exit here in Minnesota. And guess what? We've moved on. And again, we have Justin Jefferson, also a gang of 2021 draft picks from trading your dumbass. So we're good. We're perfectly fine. But you still bring it up, and then we still have to talk about it. So you were not just content to talk about helping the Bills dominate the AFC East, winning it for the first time in 72 years, as well as looking like a favorite in the conference. So here's some quotes. Quote, this is Diggs. They were kind of gearing towards more of a run-heavy offense at that time. I didn't know it going in. I didn't know it was going to be that way. I'm not going to say it was a lead on me, as like weighing them down, I guess. But I'm going to say they only would allow me to do so much. In my eyes, it wasn't going to be in the best interest of my career, end quote. So notice, he says my career. He doesn't talk about the team. He doesn't talk about winning games or divisions or going to the Super Bowl. None of that. It's not going to be the best for my career. And then the narrator chimes in, Diggs felt Vikings management wasn't being honest with him about his role. So that's why you skip practice. That's why you racked up $200K in fines. That's why you're super cryptic on social media at every single turn. Oh, that's why. Instead of being mature about it, talking it over with your coaches, talking over with Zimmer, talking over with the OCs, talking over with the wide receiver coach. Hey, running is great. But guess what? You have 14. You have 19 over there. We can throw the ball too. But instead of that, You do this. You do all of those other things, right? Also, I didn't know it going in. Like, how could you have not known that Mike Zimmer wants to run the football? I mean, when he got here in 2014, hired no, well, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball. 2015, we're going to run the ball. You got here in 2015. We're going to run the ball. 2016, we're going to run the ball. 2017, we're going to run the ball even though Dalvin Cook got hurt. That's all that he talks about. Run, and run the ball some more. I mean, you were here for 3 years before you signed your big-time extension. How did you not pick up on that? Huh? Not once did it dawn on you that, hey, Mike Zimmer likes to run the ball. Plus, notice when Diggs was unhappy. So 2017 and 2019, when he had lower targets, but the Vikings made the playoffs and won a playoff game, even though 2017 miracle, sure. But guess when he was super happy and there wasn't any chiming in about wanting to leave town? 2018 with John DiFilippo when they chucked it 75,000 times, when he had 102 catches, 1,021 yards, 9 touchdowns on 149 targets. He's super happy. Vikings didn't make the playoffs, by the way, but who cares? I got mine. What a terrible teammate. Yeah. And now this year he has the numbers and the team is winning, right? But if the Bills were 10-3 and he had half his production, do you think he would be so happy? You think so? Really? It continues, quote, people were kind of, I'm not going to say peeing on me and telling me that it's raining. That's a little bit harsh. But once you don't have trust with the person, it's hard to do business, end quote. So now he says person, singular. Who is the person? So is it Rick Spielman? Like, he doesn't have control of the offense. And if you and your agent believe Spielman's like, oh yeah, we're really going to throw the ball before you signed your 5-year, $72 million extension, he has no control over that. The head coach does. The offensive coordinator does. Spielman has zero input on the offense. He controls personnel. He gets the groceries. He does not cook them, right? And then is the person Zimmer? Aha. So when Diggs was deciding about the extension, was Zimmer chiming in? It's like, yeah, well, I would probably throw the ball. Yeah, why not? Sure. Well, you believed him. You put pen to paper. Also, what happens in Buffalo? So Brian Daboll probably could be in line for a head coaching job. What happens when he leaves? The pass-obsessed Brian Daboll, he leaves for a head coaching job, and then all of a sudden the new guy comes in. Maybe he wants to run it more. You got 2 good running backs. Singletary's great. Zach Moss is going to be a future star. What happens then? What happens when your 120 catches goes down to 70, goes down to 80? What's going to happen then? Or, more importantly, what happens when Brandon Beane, GM of the Bills, a.k.a. Mr. Bean, decides to drag his feet on an extension, decides to mess with your money? Since you're inked up through 2023 and you're going to be 30 by the time the deal is done, what's going to happen? Do all those good vibes and feelings go away? Probably. And the worst line from the video comes from the stupid-ass narrator. So, quote, the tension between Diggs and the Vikings dragged on for months. After a season which Diggs caught the fewest passes since his rookie year, he was ready for a change, end quote. You like your fake-ass Tom Rinaldi? So he fails to mention that Diggs also had a career-high 1,130 yards. He led the team in targets with 94, nearly doubling up Adam Thielen's 48, even though Thielen missed time with injury. Also had a 21.2% target share of the Vikings, which ain't bad. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't get 200 targets like Michael Thomas, averaging like 0.2 yards per catch, whatever. But, bro, it's not like you had 20 catches for the season. If you wanted more balls, maybe get open more. I don't know. And by the way, hey, thanks for your 4 total catches for both playoff games last year, by the way. That just really helped. Great. So, again, this thing aired on Sunday. Do you notice that the local Minnesota beat writers, the media jackals, like, they didn't ask Zimmer about the Diggs piece? I mean, he had his press conference yesterday. They didn't ask a single question about it. Well, A, Zimmer probably would have chewed the ras because Zimmer was not having it yesterday. But B, no one cares anymore. No one cares about the wide receiver in Western Siberia. Diggs and the Bills fans are the obsessed ones. They are the ones who need to check themselves. It's sad, man. Move on. Like, we have already done that with Justin Jefferson. Mind your own business. And again, you could be like, whoa, you're doing a video on Stefon Diggs. We only talk about Diggs when he talks about us. That's it, right? And also use the angle at the beginning of the piece. I was in a dark place mentally. You are a spoiled millionaire athlete who is the leading receiver on a playoff team. Don't make your struggles analogous to people who have actual struggles. My God. And also, like, the arrogance and narcissism displayed in this horrific piece of pseudo-journalism, it's disgusting. It's sickening. And again, I will always love Diggs for the miracle. Loved him coming out of Maryland. I mean, but like most Vikings fans, super happy with Jefferson. And by the way, Jefferson and Thielen seem to do okay in this run-first offense. We just simply don't care about Diggs anymore. Yet he still has to pick at the scab. Again, he is the one bringing it up. So never mind that he has a quarterback, Josh Allen, respect, who's going to throw it 40 times a game, including 20 times a game his way. Just never mind that he's on a 10-3 team, leading the NFL in receptions, and is probably going to be all-pro this year. Just never mind that. He still can't stop talking about the Vikings. My God. I mean, move on with your life, man. I mean, keep our name out your mouth, and we'll do the same. We have been doing the same. Move on. But yeah, Skull production value.